Periods are the ultimate punctuation mark, and by ultimate, I mean last, even though we're talking about them first. Well, I mean they come last in a sentence, that's all. Anyhow, this period is enlarged to show texture, but most periods are so small that one can usually fit perfectly on the period at the end of a sentence. Obviously, there isn't too much to say about periods when it comes to sentence construction. They go at the end. Everything that happens between a capital letter and a period is a sentence. Really, periods are boundary markers, kind of like fences, so you can use periods to show readers how closely certain ideas fit together. For example, Janet broke the vase, Janice threw a fit, has two sentences with two periods. These ideas sit next to each other, but the periods separate them enough that a reader wouldn't have to read any connection between the two. Put those two clauses in the same sentence defined by a single period, though, and you're telling readers to pay more attention to how the ideas are related. You've put them in the same box, so readers are going to spend more time thinking about why they go together. So, of course, either option is correct, but if you want to emphasize separation between the ideas, using a period instead of a semicolon will help you out a lot more. And when it comes to the rhythm of your writing, there's a reason English speakers outside of North America commonly refer to the period as a full stop, or so I've been told. It marks not just a brief pause, but an ending. So you could expect a reader to take a longer break when they reach a period, and then maybe take stock of what they've read before they move ahead. Also, because a period is a full stop, using a lot of them in succession can make your writing feel terse. Or if you're writing informally, like in a text message, that terseness can come through in a single short message with a period. It's as if you're punctuating the whole conversation instead of leaving it open to reply without a period. Anyway, as long as we're talking about periods, we might as well mention what happens when three periods team up to form an ellipsis. In their most technical and formal usage, ellipses are signs that something is being left out. And in more formal writing, like academic papers, the only really good reason to use an ellipsis is when you're quoting somebody else but don't want to quote everything that they said. So ellipses are ways of keeping you honest and showing your readers that you're not being manipulative. When you leave out some parts of a quotation, probably because it's not totally relevant to your point, put an ellipsis in the place of what you leave out. That way, your readers will know that you're doing some selective quoting. Now, it could go without saying that you shouldn't use ellipses to make someone's quotation look like it's saying the opposite of what they actually said. That's lying, and this show is decidedly anti-lying. But interestingly, because ellipses are formally used to signal that something is being left out, they have developed a more informal usage that prompts readers to read between the lines, so to speak. In a sentence like, Erastus didn't tell Harriet about the accident, the ellipsis suggests that there's more to the story. Like its formal usage, the ellipsis suggests an omission, tells the reader that while there is more to say, the writer isn't going to say it. That prompts the reader to do a little inferring to see what the writer left out. Maybe Erastus didn't tell Harriet, but he might have told someone else. There's a lot of drama lurking in that trio of periods. So, where a single period is a full stop, a trio of periods, or ellipsis, maybe works more like a rolling stop, pushing readers along to think about what you aren't saying as much as what you are, trailing off instead of bringing things finally and ultimately to their end. Which is, I guess, what I'm doing now. And periods are among the boringest of punctuation marks if you can even believe it, so just imagine the punctuation adventures that await us.